So last year I visited my aunt and my uncle, and me and my auntie had a very interesting conversation, and I decided to talk about that conversation on this first episode of SIS Diaries. So last year I visited my auntie and my uncle, and in conversation with me and my aunt, she asked me, of course, the $1,000,000 question: are you in a relationship? And I said, no, ma'am. And then she asked me, am I dating anybody? And I said, no, ma'am. And she asked me, what are you looking for in a man? And of course, like I've told you guys before on SIS last year, I want a man that's strong, that's God-fearing, that's confident, that when he walks in a room, you can feel his presence. And she looked at me and she said, do you want to date a man 35, 40? I said, no, ma'am. She said, you're looking for somebody in your age grouping, which is 27, 28, 29, 30. I said, yes, ma'am. So she said, you're going to be single for a while. And that caught me off guard, because I was like, Annie, why would you say something like that? And she said, the issue is you want a man that's already there. And in all actuality, the average guy your age does not have all of that as yet. They're still growing and exploring. And then there are a few that do have the characteristics already that you're looking for. But the problem is, just how you're looking for him, there's 1,000 other girls out there looking for him. And he knows that. So he's not going to be interested in settling down right now, because he wants to go out there and he wants to explore his options. That sat with me. And I thought about it, for probably a solid month or two. And she was absolutely correct. We want somebody, or we want a man that already has all of these things, everything going on. But I had to look at myself and say, I don't have everything together myself. So I want somebody that has all of this and so built already. But then he has to come in and deal with me and the things that I'm not there as yet on. That's sort of unfair. And it's also it actually is unrealistic. I remember Tiny always used to say from the movie Queen and Slim that the guy in the movie changed the way that he ate when the girl pointed it out. And I always used to brush it off and say, I don't understand why that's such a big deal of the movie for you. Now I do. I look at myself and I see, I have the YouTube channel and promos, and in the eyes of the public, so much going on. And for me also too, I might have it going on as well. I might not even see some things that I may change, but that other person might come in and see. It's the same thing for us as females. We're natural nurturers. And she told me what was very important was to find that guy that has the potential to be what you want him to be. That word potential is so important, because what we do is we go after the expectations we put in our head. But the key is to find that potential in that person, and you grow and you nurture and you build with that person. And that's the beautiful thing about blossoming in love and in a relationship. And I know us as women, we say these things, well, I won't raise no man, or I don't want a broke man. The thing about it is, I had to draw myself to the conclusion and say the reason why I was saying I wanted an 8-figure man was because I was being lazy, to tell you the truth. And I wanted this 8-figure man because I thought that when he came in, he'll help my financial problems, he'll solve some things, he'll be able to finance some things, call it there. But the more and more I looked at what was important to me and the values that I want and the values I see in myself, I came to the conclusion that I want somebody that I could build with. And I also came to the conclusion that who says an 8-figure man might want me? But that's another episode of SIS. And we say that, we don't want to raise a man. There's no such thing as raising a man. What we try to do is change a man. That's the problem. See, we going off of the expectation as opposed to the potential. So in that, honestly, also, you have to look at what you call broke. Because if we're looking at dollar value, to tell you the truth, by the world standards, I's a broke bitch. So said, so done. So I looking for this big man with all this money, but I's a broke bitch. What are your values? What's important to you? That's what you really have to look at. And when we're talking about wealth, what you should be looking at is the characteristics that this person holds and the potential that they have. That as time progresses and you guys nurture each other and already nurture the gifts and the talents and the wealth of characteristics that's already there, you can build worldly wealth. So the standard has not changed. I still want a man that's strong, that's confident, that's ambitious, that's successful, that's God-fearing. But the way I look at it has changed. I want a man that is strong because mentally he understands that the only thing that's stopping him from achieving whatever he wants to achieve is his mind. And that's what fuels his ambition. And through him fueling his ambition, he walks into his own success. And with his self being successful in his own right, he is now secure in who he is, and that confidence shines through for the whole room to see. And a man to love me holistically, and that is very possible with a man who is secure within himself in his own right, because once he's able to love himself, he's able to give you that same love. And he then recognizes also too that the only way to love another person holistically is through the love of Jesus Christ. So the standard has not changed, and that's the SIS Diaries. If you want to see more of this, comment, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And in the words of Whitley Gilbert, a man that is ambitious and confident and educated is never broke. Thanks.